I'm a proud soldier of Indian Army.
Indian women have shattered glass ceilings by joining Indian Army, armed forces. Tomorrow is another International Women's Day. We have been celebrating this day from a very long time, talking about women empowerment and all the equality which has been brought now in our Indian society. To talk about this issue more, we have been joined by senior officials of Indian Army. We have with us Lieutenant Colonel and a Major. First of all, I would like to thank you, ma'am, for talking to ETV Bharat. So my first question to you is, ma'am, being a woman, do you believe that it is quite challenging to be in Indian Army?
No, not at all. I think it's you know how, like I was answering before also, that if you're passionate, this is the place for you. And if there are difficulties, they train us to meet those difficulties, and that just becomes lifestyle. So yeah, I'll agree with ma'am.
There is a kind of misconception, I would say, that women are physically weak. That is why it will be challenging for a woman to join armed forces. Do you agree to that? Do you face? Have you faced any kind of challenges in your job?
See, like right now in the Indian Army, we are not in the combat roles, which would certainly require that amount of physical strength. If I would say that everybody is not created to do every job, so you to see what you are made for. And if you feel that you are made for the armed forces, yes, you may join the armed forces. And then when it comes to, are you physically weak or no, what are you comparing yourself with? See, you don't have to compare yourself with another man and say that, see, I am equal. No, why do I have to live with this complex of proving myself better or equal to somebody? No, I have been created like this. I know my limits, and I would obviously want to excel those. I don't want to compare myself with anybody or prove myself better than anybody. So that's what I'll put it like.
But ma'am, you have also faced some kind of challenges in your life because there is gender discrimination in our society till date. So you have come a long way.
You were talking to somebody in the Indian Army. There is gender bias. There is a reverse gender bias in Indian Army. Okay, so there is no woman who would say there is gender bias. But if you ask any male officer, they'll say yes, there is gender bias. See, I have done just 89 jumps. She is just with 28 jumps. And you people are interviewing us. There are people with 3,000, 4,000 jumps, those who trained us. They have never been interviewed by anybody. They are all male officers, but they never say there is gender bias. So there is a reverse gender bias that is happening in the Indian Army right now.
So you are saying that women officers are more privileged in Indian Army?
Absolutely, I would say that. See how the organization takes care of us. Do you see any male officer here giving interview on any of the days? Anybody can comment on a Women's Day. Everybody has opinion. But Army has selected us, 7 of us, to interact with you people. And what is our claim to fame? Nothing, I am telling you. I was telling the journalist I have just 89 jumps. The officer who trained me, Lieutenant Colonel Survey, he already 4,000 jumps. And they actually tell us, yeah, have a heart, 89 jumps, not even 100, and you are giving interview to the news channels. So, see how well we are taken care here.
Do you want to appeal that there should be a celebration of Men's Day as well?
I don't think there should be a celebration of Women's Day also. We should just live with, free will, out of all shallow complexes of proving yourself better than somebody or equal to somebody. Just do what you are doing for the pure bliss of doing it, because you like doing it, not because you have to prove something to somebody. Just live a life, and your profession, which is your passion, just live that passion. I think that's all about it.
If you want to motivate someone to join Indian Army, what do you want to say?
First of all, I would say that there is nothing someone can say to motivate you. You have to be motivated yourself. You have to have that urge to serve and to let go of anything that is asked for. I think that's the most important thing. So if you are self-motivated, come join us. Don't look for heroes, be a hero. I would just say that.
And there is another...
to add to what Kanika just said, that see, when you decide that I have to join the army, be very clear of the reason. The reason cannot be anything less than absolute passion for this noble profession of arms. And then you to see what are the requirements of the organization, its lofty standards, and the work conditions, etc. You to ask yourself, will I be able to match these standards? Will I meet the requirements? And most importantly, while doing so, will I be joyful and at peace? Would I like doing what I have been asked for? And if the answer is yes, you must join. Otherwise, you will be happier somewhere else, and Indian Army will be better off without you. So you'll have to be very, discreet in deciding when you want to join the Indian Army.
Ma'am, there is another issue, not just men but women also feel that menstruation and pregnancy are kind of obstacle in a life of a woman. Do you agree?
See, I can just tell you my story. I have a 6-year-old daughter. I had completed 50 jumps when I conceived. So that was 2014. So I stopped jumping and all other physical activities, obviously. I started jumping again in 2017, if I'm not wrong. So it was a break of 2.5 years. So that's all right. I mean, I didn't find it as an obstacle or something. But then that's a great experience. I mean, it's a blessing to have a child. I would not in any which way call it an obstacle. Not at all.
So first I'll start by saying again, what I told you before also, that there are so many fields. And yes, it is the way we are built. Biologically, we are different from others. There is no comparison. And army doesn't compare. So if you as a woman think that, you would have problems, then you will, because you have already perceived that. But otherwise, how Colonel Khatri has said, that it's you who have to decide your course of your life, of your profession. Because I would say that even being a journalist is challenging. And you face, if not more, if not less than the same amount of troubles and, timings and different places where you have to be. So it's just not us. It's everywhere and it's everyone.
Okay, one last question. Being a woman is a bliss or a challenge?
Without doubt, a bliss. No doubts at all.
Definitely a bliss. That's why we are here to celebrate this day.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So tomorrow is International Women's Day. We have been joined by senior officials of Indian Army who believe that being a woman is a bliss, and there are certain challenges in our society, but you have to feel motivated, you have to enjoy your journey, your profession, then only you can be happy in your life. This is Niyamika Singh from ETV Bharat, Delhi. We have been joined by Major Ankita Chaudhary. Ma'am, tomorrow is International Women's Day. So my first question to you is that why have you chosen to join Indian Army? Because it has been perceived that there is a conception that it is very challenging for a woman to join Indian Army.
I think every profession has challenges. I used to, like me and my sister, we used to say that she used to say, I'll be a teacher someday because being a teacher is the easiest job. But with time we realized that being a teacher is not an easy job. You face challenges in every job. So is the army. It's up to you. You want to stop at facing some challenge or you want to keep going. So I think I kept going.
Was there any point in your life where you feel that this is it, I can't do it anymore?
No, I don't think that point has come yet, and that's why I am still going on.
Okay, ma'am. What is one point which keeps you motivated to keep going, to achieve your goal ahead in Indian Army?
The one point is that the thing which keeps me motivated is this organization itself. This organization is something which is giving you something every day, and that is your duty also to give it back. You have to give more than what you are receiving. So that is my mantra to keep going in army.
And one last question I want to ask, any incident which you want to share which was a major part of your life which you will always remember for being in Indian Army?
In general, we see there are different professions, and we as a child we used to say, "ये काम अच्छा है, ये बुरा है, ये छोटा काम है, ये बड़ा काम है." But after I joined army, everybody is a professional. In one of my units, I'll narrate an incident. I went for a dinner, and in dinner there was lauki ki sabji, which I don't like. So I saw that and I told my cook कि यार लौकी की सब्जी I don't like, छोड़ दो, मैं dinner नहीं कर रही, and I went back to my room. After an hour, he came back, he knocked my door and he said, "Ma'am, please have your food. If you're not having your food, I have not done my job today." So that is what is the profession we are in. That is what motivated me, like this cook is so sincere about his job. That is what I should be. So that is what the good about army.
So we have with us Major Anita Chaudhary, who said that this uniform, this profession is what keeps her motivated to move ahead in her life. This is Niyamika Singh reporting from Delhi for ETV Bharat.